I welcome you all. In this lecture, I am going to talk about the introduction to operational research, and this is the content of this lecture: OR models and scope of OR. So first of all, we will focus on the operational research models, that is OR models. So first model is distribution models. This distribution model is concerned with distribution of available resources so as to minimize the cost or maximize the profit, which is subjected to some restrictions or limitations. Here these restrictions or limitations are related with the limited resources, which is considered as a restriction in achieving certain objectives. An objective may be either to minimize the cost or maximize the profit. That means the objective of this distribution model is to distribute the available resources so as to either minimize the cost or maximize the profit. The method which is required to solve such type of problems is known as mathematical programming techniques. Example: linear programming, transportation and assignment techniques. So this linear programming problems, or it is the technique, it is also termed as LPP, linear programming problems, or we can simply say that linear programming. It is the transportation technique and assignment technique. So these three techniques can be used to solve the distribution model problems. Second model is production inventory models. It is concerned with the determination of optimum order quantity and ordering intervals, considering the factors such as demand per unit time, cost of placing order. So in this model, the optimum order quantity and ordering intervals are determined by taking into consideration demand per unit time and cost of placing order. If demand per unit time is increased, then the optimum order quantity, that is order quantity value, must be increased and ordering intervals must be decreased. That is, the interval between two orders can be minimized and quantity can be increased if demand per unit time is more. Third model is queuing models. In queuing model, an attempt is made for determination of how much average time will be spent by customer in queue and what will be an average length of waiting line. So these two points are important, which are determined in the queuing model. What is the average time spent by customer in a queue and what is the average length of queue. The fourth model is games theory. It is used to determine the behavior of decision making under competition, but this model is not used in the industrial applications because this model is based on certain theoretical principles in which the many factors, very important factors, are neglected, which are important from a reality. The next model is network models. This model is applicable in large projects involving complexities, and very popular techniques, that is CPM and PERTs, are used in planning, scheduling and controlling complex projects which can be used in the networks. So these two techniques are very important techniques. CPM and PERT are used in the large projects with complexities. Now the sixth model is job sequencing models. In this model, the sequence of performing a series of jobs is determined so that to optimize the efficiency of system. Now the next model is a replacement model. It is used to determine the optimum replacement policy in a situation where some atoms or machinery are need to be replaced by new one. There are two replacement models policies, that is individual and group replacement policy, that can be used in case of such equipment that fail continuously and instantaneously. So these are the two policies which are available under this model, individual and group replacement policies. And the last one is a simulation model. This simulation model is a powerful technique for solving much complex models which cannot be solved otherwise by using previous models, and thus it is being extensively applied to solve a variety of problems. So that, as we have seen, the previous 7 models are the mathematical models. In certain situation, if this model cannot be used, if the previous model cannot be used, we have to use the simulation model. And the example of this is Monte Carlo simulation. Now the next article is scope of operational research. So OR is useful in following various important fields or areas. First is agricultural. In agricultural, it is used to find the optimum allocation of land to various crops in accordance with the climate conditions. So many times farmer has to allocate the land to various types of crops according to the climate conditions. So depending on the climate conditions, so land will be allocated to different types of crops. So OR, the techniques in OR, operational research, helps to do this. Also, it helps to optimum distribution of water from various resources. Second area is finance. It is used, these OR techniques are used in finance to maximize per capita income with minimum resources. Also, it is used to find out the profit plan for the company. Also, it is used to find out the best replacement policies. Now, third area is industry. In industry, it is used to find out the optimum allocation of various limited resources such as man, material, workforce, machine to arrive at optimum decision. Next field is marketing. It is used to select the best advertising media with respect to time, cost, etc. Also, the size of the stock to meet the future demand is decided by using the OR techniques. The distribution of product for sale so that the cost of transportation is minimum. So, this OR technique helps to distribute the product for sale so that the cost of transportation can be minimized. Also, it helps to purchase the raw material at a minimum possible cost. Next is personnel management. In personnel management, it helps to appoint the most suitable person on a minimum salary. It also helps to determine the best age of retirement for employee. Now, next field is production management. It helps to find out the number and size of atoms to be produced. Also, with the help of OR techniques, it helps to schedule and sequencing production by proper allocation of machines. So scheduling and sequencing is a very important part of operation in industry, so that to optimize the performance or efficiency of that process, and OR techniques helps to do this. So thanks for watching this video.